falling down cooler 闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げて now die ポンのなんてもうグッバイしようこりもなくファイナカマと Need another day I will run away from nothing no more どこまでも抗って go on 今超えてく also raise me break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Keep it point in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never follow them I never ever care about them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I gotta go, skin myself, save for backward I gotta go, skin myself, see a suspect Time away from me, shut my shadow Smooth, let us set my tongue on this fix I could Nobody knows, gonna like in a flow Live fast, hold up
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be talking about this kick predator that's going around trying to go after minors. I definitely want to give a shout out to Something About Chickens who brought this to my attention, and he's also the same YouTuber that brought up the Atlanta predator that was also on Kick. And as I try to figure out who this person is, I found out happens to be Lawton. And no surprise, like, that they're creeps and weirdos on the platform at Kick, and he literally goes out of his way to basically literally record himself talking to what he believes are minors, and then tries to use his looks and appearance to appeal to the audience in order to manipulate them to basically have his way with them. And the reason why I want to bring this up, you guys, is because, again, predators like this can come in many shapes or different forms. Even if somebody has it going for themselves, even if they look normal or seem like they can fit in with a huge crowd, all of that like grimy stuff, the outrageous and basically heinous type of behavior that these people tend to pattern, they keep it hid in the dark. They're trying to be sure not to expose themselves too much. But in this case, he's recording himself being inappropriate with these kids and making it out like it's not a big deal, that it's normal. So I don't know what his backup plan may be. And he makes sure to let them know that he's over the age of consent, and once they reveal their age, that they're below the age of consent, he still follows through with it, asking these kids inappropriate sexual things like, do you suck this? Do you touch meat or whatever? You have any kids or whatever? Are you able to lay in bed with me? Whatever. I'll take care of you inappropriately, financially. All that coming from Lawton himself. So don't be surprised if there's actually a lot of weirdos or creeps that actually, till this day, trying to hook up with kids online. And people need to be aware that this is a big deal. Because the point I'm trying to make is that although it may not be on this platform, although it's taking place on another platform, just so you know is that they can literally move to different platforms in order to build their following, to find more victims. And Kick definitely needs to be held accountable for this, because although yes, people approve the fact that people can use the platform by their own free will or whatever, but at the same time there needs to be boundaries. If you give everybody everything that they want, like that they could do whatever they want, it could lead to them going too far as to harassing people, putting people's lives at risk if there is no restrictions. So in a way, yes, I actually do prove that there needs to be guidelines and restrictions to a platform. Even now, here you can see in this video, he's literally trying to manipulate the Flash. So you know what he does? He literally takes his shirt off, tells them that he's daddy, and what daddy does and what he says you do. So by doing that, it's clear he's basically trying to encourage that since he lifted his shirt up, he took his shirt out, that they should do the same thing. Notice the pattern I'm getting at with you guys. You notice with these predators. But the thing is, though, I don't understand with some of these guys why they be willing to flash their body on the internet. Because it's actually really stupid. Again, it could be whether it may be like obviously if it's your private parts, if it's your chest or whatever, and you're posting online. People can literally screenshot those photos and they could get you in a lot of heat for that. And they can literally use that against you, claiming, yeah, this guy sent pictures of his body and I feel harassed. He's using this to get sex from me, to try and like groom me, whatever, pursue me into a relationship when I said no, and he still persists. And I hate to say, I'm not the type that like to see platforms fall, but Kick is literally leading to a lot of legal issues here, you guys. And they're clearly at fault as well. It's not just the people on there. There's so many people like Tamerlan. He's not the only exception, you guys. But if platforms let people like this on their site and they're giving them slaps on the wrist for this type of behavior, one that can't be forgiven, one that is taking it too far or putting victims at risk, at harm's way, then that site needs to be checked as well and needs to suffer the consequence. Because even though it really seems like Tamerlan will not get banned from Kick unless they decide to make a new policy. But even that won't be enough, because let's be real, that will not be enough to actually condemn him, because people like this really have no remorse for their actions, and I've seen this. Again, from the platform, when they get caught up. But at the same time, he was stupid enough to record himself, because that's literally him self-incriminating himself. Whether it was just part of a live and he was planning to delete it, clearly he posted on Kick in order to get the attention that he wants, in order to build clout. So he will definitely, if he does get confronted by this, he will definitely try to come up with an excuse claiming that it's a joke, it's all staged or whatever. But something about Chickens did bring this up, and he's definitely justified for this, and it 100% needs to be addressed. Some people don't seem to realize this is going to encourage other predators to do the same thing. Because we want to make sure that people like this don't have access to the internet. If they do, then it's going to spread like wildfire. Kind of like how the incels are. When these incels see other incels going in on women, berating them, insulting them for not being with them, then they of course, because since they share the same mindset, they feel they're going to go in on the internet as well and follow in their footsteps. But I do find it strange, because you see his roommate. I don't know if he heard everything, and I can't assume, but if he's hearing everything that's being said by Tamerlan, and if he knows who he's talking to, I feel like he should not be staying with him. Even if Lawton may be providing for his roommate, I do notice that. Even if he is, how can you live with yourself knowing that you're sleeping or literally sharing the same room as a predator? That's where I'm confused. I'm trying to understand, but at the same time I shouldn't, because we don't share the same mindset. And I can never understand because obviously we don't have anything in common, you guys. And I'm not, and we can never understand what makes these people do the things that they do and feel the way that they're feeling, and why they even go to that approach. But again, good thing I deleted my Twitch. I mean, sorry, I think it was Twitter. As again, my proof right there, you guys. If the roommate knows what's going on, like whether Lawton's doing this behind the scenes, but if his roommate is able to notice, I feel like he should definitely take action and definitely call the police, or like use the video footage that Lawton has, which he's pretty much providing, send the authorities and get him out of there. I don't want to be living with someone like that, because it seems like if it is the case that the roommate is cool with him, it seems like they both have a problem and they need to be handled ASAP. But it seemed like, because from what I understand, Lawton is basically what, like 21, and he knowing that he's talking to these supposed minors and clearly asking for their age, doesn't even mind if they're below 18, still willing to like try and like hit them up. But you see, again, it doesn't matter if you're young or how good you look. People realize like your looks does not like mean that you get like double standards. It does not mean you get leniency, or does it not mean that you're not a predator, which you clearly are. So I was able to check out Tamerlan. He is again a young influencer. I don't know what he's famous for. If that's really what his like his forte is, if that's his real value on social media, clearly has no riz, you guys. From what, and looking at the past like girls that he's been talking to, and from what I read, it's mainly just him talking inappropriately, not trying to like figure them out and trying to like be a mature person or try to get along or try to be normal. It's all trying to get deep into that person's pants, or it's more about what the plan is if they were to be intimate. So there was nothing normal or casual about what he said. All of it is all for his own gain and means in trying to pursue victims. So definitely Kick needs to be held accountable, and that doesn't just go for the predator, because it's the fact that they're bringing people like this and making Kick free to everybody can lead to all amounts of problems. It will definitely lead to legal issues, because even if it were Kick were to claim that they don't know what's going on, or their hands are tied, whatever, or they have to keep track, they can't keep track of everyone. But at the same time, it's like you have more than one person looking up these users who could be able to give you tabs of what's going on. But if you are being notified, it's better to do before police are notified, honestly. It's to make sure that everyone feels safe. I'm talking about for like innocent people who have no involvement in predatory behavior. But at the same time, it's definitely gonna lead to Kick into legal trouble. But even banning Tamerlan still wouldn't be enough. He definitely needs to face actual consequence. He needs to be condemned for his actions, and literally be confronted by law enforcement, especially in handcuffs, not anywhere like where the general population is, and that goes for all of these predators. Because there's no way they can seek redemption or be redeemed, you guys. I don't know how else to like be able to like describe how to actually change these people. I don't know what else to like suggest, and how these people can be able to like live amongst us. or breathe oxygen, because it seems like there's really no other way, you guys. And it's just to think of, you just have to come up and think of the worst solution. And again, they brought it upon themselves, and that's why we're coming up with these solutions, and not to feel sorry for them. And there's no pity, you guys. But it definitely needs to be handled by the law. And till this day, I'm pretty sure because based on what I see and what I can tell and I fully understand, is that Kick is not doing his job. That's why he continues to make these kind of videos, and why he feels so comfortable. And the whole purpose is to make sure these parents don't feel comfortable or have their way with their victims. And we need to do whatever we can to help these victims, so they can be able to like move on from their trauma and get the possible like therapy or treatment that they need to help them be able to keep their confidence, to keep them positive, and not be deterred from how they've been abused. And this is what it'll lead to. And again, you don't have to like groom someone, whether like it may just be only in person. It can be online too. That in itself is a crime too, because it shows intent. Even if you haven't done to that person physically, or if you haven't done to them in person, if you're doing online, it's no different. And that there definitely needs to be consequence for that. Even if you never got the chance to have your way with that person, or even met up, or even like went intimate with this person, or I definitely don't want to be able to go in full detail what's being said. Even from what I heard, Lawton said some very graphic stuff and was being very inappropriate and absolutely disgusting. Even from these chats, this I'm guessing this is from Twitter, and he made it where it's like this guy can't be redeemed whatsoever. And I said it before, people like this can't be helped. So he's out. He needs to be out of here, you guys. And how he should be condemned, it should be to the point, obviously, so that he doesn't even continue going after and preying on young people and trying to put people in harm's way. And that's the purpose behind this video, what I'm doing right now. And Kick should definitely show concern. May not be Kick. Every other platform should do the same. If not, they're basically gonna have an even worse downfall to what these predators are facing. May not be right now, but eventually soon. So I feel like I've pretty much said, you guys. I feel like I've pretty much said enough, you guys. But overall, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.